Greetings and salutations and a very warm welcome to this MechWarrior Online build video. In this video I'll be sharing another build in my series for the revered 85-ton Inner Sphere Assault BattleMech named the Battlemaster. In my last three videos I've covered the 𝗨𝗆𝗆, the 𝗃𝗏 and 𝗃𝗆 variants, and this time I will be presenting a build for the chassis' 𝗃𝗷𝗆 variant. Before sharing the build itself, let's first examine the hardpoints and quirks on this variant. This variant has 6 energy hardpoints, 1 in its right arm, 2 in the right torso, and 3 in the left torso, 2 missile hardpoints both in the left torso, and 2 AMS hardpoints, 1 in the left arm and 1 in the right torso. As with the other Battlemaster variants, the torso energy hardpoints are all at or above cockpit level, and the cockpit is high on the torso, while the energy hardpoint on the right arm is low slung. One of the missile hardpoints in the left torso is on the shoulder and is above cockpit level, while the other sits below the 3 energy hardpoints in the left torso and is low slung at waist level. As in the previous build videos in this Battlemaster series, the build I will be presenting exploits the quirks of the variant to maximum effect, because as I always like to say, if a build doesn't exploit quirks, another mech will probably do the build better. The quirks can be found under the enhancements section in the mech stats. This particular variant of the Battlemaster chassis has missile cooldown of -10%, heat of -10%, and a number of armor and structure enhancements. It is noteworthy that, with the exception of the armor and structure enhancements, this variant of the Battlemaster chassis has only 2 quirks. So, on to the build itself. Exploiting the quirks we've just examined, and very specifically the -10% heat quirk, to differentiate this build from those already, or soon to be presented for the other variants, which simply do their builds better, this build's armament is formed of 6 extended range large lasers, making it an excellent sniper. As observed, except for the ER large laser in the right arm, the rest of the ER large lasers are at cockpit level, being high mounted in the mech's 2 side torsos. One of the challenges of creating a build that distinguishes this variant from the others is that while its hardpoints are practically identical to many of the other variants, it only has 2 rather mediocre quirks. For instance, the missile cooldown quirk of -10% is equalled or bettered in a number of other variants. For example, the 𝗃𝗏 variant, which has the same missile cooldown quirk of -10%, but it also has an additional universal cooldown quirk of -10% in addition to other missile quirks. However, what the 𝗃𝗷𝗆 variant does have going for it is that out of all variants, it has the best quirk for heat generation at -10%. Naturally, it would therefore seem optimal to consider what would otherwise be a hot build such as this. Each ER laser delivers 9 damage, meaning combined the 6 ER large lasers deliver an alpha strike of 54 damage. However, Inner Sphere large lasers have a heat scale limit of 3, meaning a maximum of 3 ER large lasers can be fired simultaneously without incurring ghost heat. That doesn't mean it's impossible to fire all 6, however. Indeed, if all 6 are fired together when the heat level is at 0%, the heat level rises to over 100% for only a couple of seconds. With override enabled, this will incur approximately 1% damage to the mech structure and results in a shutdown for only a few seconds. With override disabled, approximately 3% damage to the mech structure will be incurred. If the heat level is at 0% and if timed immediately after a cool shot, it is possible to fire all 6 lasers without the heat level rising to over 100%. To accommodate this build, the structure needs to be endosteel, the heat sinks need to be double, and the armor needs to be light ferrofibrous. This build runs a light engine 350, is equipped with 7 external double heat sinks, and a Mark 1 targeting computer to aid standard and advanced zoom levels, increase sensor range and targeting time, as well as increase beam range and the chance of inflicting critical hits. As the heat management is very low at 1.28, to make the build work, both the heat generation and dissipation rates, as well as the heat threshold, are all enhanced in the skill tree, as will be discussed later. The build's top speed is a modest 66.7 km/h, so as with most assault mechs, positioning is crucial. To get the most from this sniper build, it must be played to exploit its very long range to maximum effect. Regarding the skills, in the firepower tree, to make the most of the loadout, all of the heat gen and laser duration nodes have been taken. In the survival tree, Nodes have been taken to enhance the mech's armor and skeletal density. While in the operations tree, full call run has been taken. And in the sensors tree, advanced zoom has been taken to aid engaging at long range. Finally, in the auxiliary tree, both double cool shot and double advanced salvos have been taken. And that's it. Let's now see how this build performs in the 3 games to follow.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay, so the first game I would like to showcase this build in is on Canyon Network. Now, to exploit this particular build, I need to be engaging at range. So I'm thinking here to set up either in Echo 5 or Delta 5. See how the game unfolds as we move across.
Target spotted.
Target acquired.
Okay, so we've made first contact in Delta 3.
Artillery strike online.
So Viper. And we've got our light, one of our lights engaging with it. I managed to get a little bit of a burn on him. See if we can get another angle.
Target spotted.
Nothing else to be seen, and the Viper's dropped off the radar.
New target acquired.
But that's an excellent UAV delivered by the light. And we can now see that the Viper is running through Echo 3 into Fox 4. They've also got a Sun Spider directly ahead of me. Managed to get a couple of good burns on him. See some smoke next to me, so I'm going to pull back a little bit. The Viper's charging ahead through into Fox 4.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target
Now we
acquired.
can see the enemies are advancing over the central region in Delta 4. Being very aggressive, I must say. They've already pushed into Echo 4, Echo 3.
Affirmative.
And I'm thinking to exploit the range on my weapons, I should really be positioned in Delta 5, so that's where I'm going to head now.
New target acquired. Target acquired.
But I can now see that Viper
Artillery strike online.
thinking about possibly just trying to get a few more shots on him, but I think it's probably better that we position in Delta 5 as originally stated.
target
And we can see that we're 1-0 down. I think that must have been the light that got engaged with that Viper.
Target spotted.
Online.
So we need to get...
Target spotted.
Enemies are still pushing over the centre.
Artillery strike
Target
activated.
I
spotted.
managed to drop my artillery there.
Thanks.
Not sure if it's going to catch anything, we'll soon find out. Probably got a few strikes on the artillery there, and a couple of burns.
New target acquired.
And I took some return fire. Sounded like 𝗃𝗆, so I'm going to back up. And I can see a Mad Cat there laning to me with
New
his
target
ballistics.
acquired.
So reposition
Strike online.
Target
and
spotted.
get some
Target
cover this
spotted.
time.
Airstrike activated.
Aha! We saw a Warhammer there, got a good burn on him.
Need
And
assistance.
we also delivered our airstrike, which there you can see hit the mark, so that was a good one. But the enemies are being very, very aggressive, pushing right over the centre of Delta 4. And we are backed up, and we're 3-1 down. Okay, I can see a mech directly beneath me, and also someone's put an airstrike on me. I'm going to back up. I can also see that in Delta 5 we only have a couple of mechs, one of them being me.
Target spotted.
There's a fire starter by the looks of things in Charlie 4 pushing into Charlie 5. We do have a mech in Charlie 5, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'm going to hold this position, try and continue to engage at range. Ah, there's a Mad Cat directly beneath us. Contact India. Pretty fresh as well. And the enemies are already upon us. We have a Warhammer who's pushed right up to
New
us.
target acquired.
I'm backing up now, getting fire from
Warning,
a couple of different
incoming
angles.
missile.
Having to drop down to the high ground. I've also been
Warning,
caught.
incoming
Lost
missile.
all my center torso
New
armor.
target acquired.
And feeling very exposed. So I'm going to get out.
Target
Pulled it back a
acquired.
little bit too free, and I can see there's the Viper again in Fox 4.
Target spotted.
I'm going to move to try and neutralise that target. Vipers are formidable
New target
mechs.
acquired.
And we've got a 𝗨𝗆𝗀𝗀 up top, his open left torso. Almost certainly going to be running an XL, so he's going to go down pretty quick. And we get a couple of good burns on mechs in Fox 4. There seems to be quite a few of them pushing around now. Center torso is taking some hits.
New target acquired.
Let's try and take some cover. And there's the Viper again. He's lost one of his legs. Let's see if we can get the kill shot.
Target destroyed.
Excellent. We take down the Viper. 4-5. Very close game.
Need assistance.
Target acquired.
The enemies are pushing around this corner in Fox 4. And we need to push them back.
Acquired.
They get a good couple of burns on 𝗨𝗆𝗆 there. See if we can get a couple more. Okay, he's just got one weapon left, so not really too much of a threat. And he was surely going to go down very soon. Got a Centurion, attack Golf. See if we can take that guy down. He's down. We overheated by the looks of things. 5-7. Still very close. Mech is poured. I still feel there's quite a few mechs wanting to push through Fox 4 from the enemy team. I feel a bit too close to them here. I need to be exploiting my range. I'm going to reposition again. I took some return fire. My left arm doesn't carry any equipment, so we don't mind too much about losing that. But there is certainly something behind us, and we want to try and work out what it is. Just try and get more high ground here. 7-all, we've closed the gap. Very close game. Take down that UAV. There we go. See what we can see. Okay, we've got a 𝗨𝗆𝗆𝗃 upstairs. Oh, and there's, by the looks of things, a Warhammer just coming around. Managed to kill him. And contact India and the 𝗨𝗆𝗆𝗃, see if we can engage him. Oh, he's dropped down on the other side of the canyon, and we immediately see that there's another contact straight ahead of us. Looks to be a 𝗨𝗆𝗆𝗃, Death Strike. Oh, no, that's contact India actually, so we're not sure what's in Fox 4, but it looked like a 𝗨𝗆𝗆𝗃 to me from this distance. And we see there's another contact, 𝗨𝗆𝗆𝗃, directly beneath us. It's a Marauder, 𝗨𝗆𝗆2.
Need assistance.
And we're now starting to claw
target acquired.
back the game at this point. We're 10-8, there's a mech in Echo 5 and another mech in Echo 3. So let's see if we can engage the mech in
Need
Echo 5.
assistance.
Echo 4 now.
Target
It's got
spotted.
𝗬𝗆𝗶𝗀. Must be that Marauder. That's a Centurion, okay. We'll just torso twist here to mitigate the return fire. Surely we're going to take that Centurion down. It's an LRM boat.
New target acquired.
Oh, and there's a fire starter. So that's the other mech that they've got left. Got a couple of good burns on him there. And he's lost his main armament of the large pulse
New
laser. He's lost
target
all his weapons.
acquired.
He's no threat. Let's just go for the Centurion. And he's one touch.
Target destroyed.
There we go. We managed to get the final kill. Very good game. 12-8. Very close. And we managed to survive being called from almost half the game, I should think. Let's see how we did. So, 3 kills. 8 kill assists. 826 damage done. And a match score of 534. A very good outing.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Override engage.
This is command. Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost.
Okay, so the second game I would like to showcase this build in is on River City. Now this map might not favour this particular build so well. There aren't huge sweeping long firing lines that I can exploit very easily, particularly where I spawned in Delta 8. So my plan here is not to go into the tunnel
Acquired. New
and instead
target
push up into
acquired.
Charlie 5. And we can see that we've got a couple of lights positioned on the saddle, getting some intel on the enemy.
Airstrike online.
I always think that's a
Artillery
very
strike.
good idea early in the game, just to understand where the enemy is manoeuvring,
New
and having
target
some early
acquired.
warning if they are to go to the saddle themselves, essentially. And you know, that's obviously a very good thing to have early warning of their manoeuvre there.
Affirmative.
So we're approaching Charlie 5 now. I make the decision to get more range, as we have plenty on our weapons. Our ER large lasers extend out to 847 meters
Target acquired.
for their optimal range, which is a long old way. So just having a look across the water here, might be able to pick up a few targets.
New target acquired.
And we see we have a light already
Target acquired.
in Charlie 4, so I'm going to move to try and support our mech there and take down that locust as best I can. I'm not really equipped to do this. Oh, there's another mech with him. Missed both of the shots there.
Need assistance.
He definitely
New
needs
target
assistance, so
acquired.
let's see if we can assist. Get a couple of good burns on that flea. And there's a locust with him. Let's see if we can take down their lights very quickly and put them at a disadvantage early on in the game. Okay, not sure how that mech is still standing, but he can't have much armor left. Got a few decent burns on him.
Target acquired.
I think the flea dropped down into Bravo 4, and the locust is running. Ah, there's the flea. Still in Bravo 5.
New
There he
target
is.
acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
And his right leg is nearly gone. Very difficult to take out the fleas so very
Level
quick.
critical.
Right leg must just be about to fall off.
Airstrike online.
See if we can just pick
Artillery
this guy up. We don't really want
online.
lights behind us, and I shouldn't really be chasing it, being an assault. But I have no other lights around me to help. I think we just lost our light in Bravo 5. At least one of them, the one that was near.
Acquired.
So I feel compelled to do this, even though my mech is not best suited to do it. Okay. Got a good
Airstrike
shot
online.
there on that
Artillery
mech.
strike online.
And we can see the light
Target
appearing again in Bravo
acquired.
4. We need to get rid of him. Constant pest. So I'm going back.
Target spotted.
And there he is. He's
Target
lost his leg.
destroyed.
And finally Modus Vivendi takes the kill. Excellent. So it's 1-2. We're a mech down at the moment.
acquired.
Experiencing some losses. Don't get sloppy out there.
Oh, I just missed that shot on the locust in Delta 5. And we can see now that the enemy team has pushed through the tunnels, wrapping around through Delta 6, and we urgently need to go back and counter that manoeuvre, otherwise we're going to be squashed in Charlie 5.
New target
spotted.
acquired.
So going
Airstrike
back to support,
online.
trying to pull as much range as I
Artillery
can,
strike online.
but it's very difficult with these
New
buildings
target acquired.
all around me. I'm probably engaging at around 200 meters at most, which is
New target
really not the sweet
acquired.
spot for our particular mech. But I don't have a choice and I need to get stuck in. Okay, we managed to take down
New target acquired.
that Jaeger mech. 3-all. And we're laying into this Griffin at this stage.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Oh, we got another kill there.
New target
Nice to see.
acquired.
We've got a grasshopper contact Charlie to our right, with a couple of contacts beyond him in
New
Echo
target
5. 3
acquired.
contacts, in fact. 5-all.
New target acquired.
And we see we've got a contact right to our right in Charlie 5.
Airstrike online. Artillery strike online. Artillery strike.
As no one else seems to be
activated.
reacting, I'm going in.
Need
The enemies
assistance.
are half depleted. Keep pushing. We've lost half our
New
force.
target
We can't lose any
acquired.
more soldiers.
I'm just going to push through the buildings here, trying to find... Oh, and it's right in front of us. That was a bit of a mistake. I went through the buildings too early. I'm just going to try and get out. Took quite a bit of fire from another 𝗃𝗵𝗃. Look like he has 𝗪𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗃 on him. Get a couple of good burns on him. He's completely open now. He's surely going to go down. 6 all. See if we can take him down. Take off his left arm. And he finally goes down. There's a contact ahead of us. Charlie. Just managed to scrape him with the lasers there. And again, we managed to get a good burn on him. Looks like he's gone down. Or is he? Is he overheated? Oh, he's overheated. Okay, 𝗨𝗆𝗆 getting the kill again. Excellent. Right, 10-8. We're in the ascendant here. We've got a Griffin left ahead of us. Contact Alpha and Delta 5. Let's move in on him.
Target spotted.
Just note that our right torso is damaged. We want to try and protect that if we can. Not sure where the other mech is.
New target acquired.
Aha, so they've got a catapult and a Griffin. They both appear to be an 𝗃𝗄𝗆. There's the other contact there, contact Delta. See if we can take him down first. He's got a LRMs. Try and close the distance so he can't fire his LRMs on me. Okay.
Override shut down.
See the Griffin to our left. He goes down. We're overheating. I'm going to start chain firing our lasers now, try and take down the catapult. But it looks like this one's in the bag. We're overheating here, pushing the boat out.
Target destroyed.
Finally get the kill.
We're detecting no more hostiles.
Now we're going to
Good job,
explode.
soldiers.
No, thankfully the heat is coming back down again. So not the best map for this particular mech, but let's see how we did. Looks like we did okay. We got a match score of 455, we got 3 kills, 5 assists, and we pumped out 643 damage. Shout out to 𝗵𝗆𝘆𝗲, who had a really good game, 394 match score, 4 kills, 3 assists, and 610 damage. Well played, sir.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Fleet command coming in. Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
Alright, so the final game I would like to showcase this build in is on Forest Colony Classic. And we're playing Domination. And this particular map might not necessarily be the most ideal for our particular mech, but we do know that there is a good firing line down across the water, or along the side of the water, so if we can hold Hotel 6, which would be our plan in this particular game, we might get some good work done. See how we do.
We're a quarter of the way there. Keep it up.
Affirmative.
So, this being a reasonable sniping position,
Artillery strike
and we're looking across the water to see if there are any lights coming across, or mediums, or indeed anything heavier than that, coming through the water via India 7, India 6. Nothing so far. So there's a little bit of conversation going on about where the enemy's position might be, and we're concluding it's probably Gulf 7. And indeed, first contact realised in Gulf 7. I'm not quite sure why we didn't see them sooner. They seem to be right upon us. But nevertheless, we now know where they are.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
So again, just going to try and hold this particular position. Got a couple of good burns on whatever was there, just see it through the trees. And see if we can
Target spotted.
just keep the enemy
New
suppressed
target acquired.
at long range for as long as
Airstrike
possible.
online.
Which is exactly how we need to be
Online. Artillery
using this
strike
mech.
activated.
We've dropped our artillery on
New
that
target
little hillock,
acquired.
hoping to catch some of the mechs on top of it. Hopefully the enemies. Getting a little bit of good work done here at long range. See a gargoyle. There, we just got a couple of good burns on him. And another mech ahead of him. Got a good burn on him as well.
Target spotted.
Airstrike activated.
We'll drop our airstrike speculatively on the hill ahead. See if we get a hit.
Target spotted.
Acquired.
Looks like we might have missed with that one, unfortunately. Yeah, some more good burns. Let's see what we can get done here. Wow, the enemies are really pushing hard.
Acquired.
Got some really heavy
Assistance.
mechs coming through now, pushing into Hotel 6.
Target
I'm
spotted.
going to try and keep them back as best as I'm able. Oh, just got hit by an airstrike. That really did do some damage to me. Very well done. Just try and get on the right hand side because I noticed my right arm is clipping the terrain here. The only problem with this particular variant of the Battlemaster in running this build is that one of the 𝗃𝗷𝘆𝗲 lasers is low slung. And doing what I'm doing at the moment isn't ideal for that, as I'm hill poking. Okay, and they're really pushing hard. Got a couple of good burns on the Night Star. Really need to get a kill on the board. We are 3-all. It's all square, but we are continually being pushed back. And a lot of their heavy mechs are pushing at the front. So there was an awesome there.
Critical.
Looked like he's got
Missile.
missiles on him. LRMs. And that Night Star's open. See if we can get the kill shot on him. And he goes down. Taking quite a bit of return fire. There's some more smoke on me. I keep retreating. Look like a hellbringer there.
Spotted.
Just about managed to get him burnt.
Target
But I'm getting
acquired.
pushed back now. It's 5-all. We've got a gargoyle straight ahead of us. And he's chasing one of our lights. Not what you want to see.
Target destroyed. New target.
We managed to take him down. Excellent. 6-5 to us. 𝗃𝗵𝗆 straight ahead. Get a couple of good burns on him. Drop our cool shot. Continue the barrage.
Heat level.
He's got a friend behind him, but he's completely open now, that 𝗃𝗵𝗆. So he's one touch and he's going to go down. See what we've got ahead of us. Ooh, looks like a warhammer.
Level critical.
Now,
Spotted.
my center torso's nearly crit, so I'm going to reposition here. 6-7. We're slightly behind now, and we've pushed back to the water, so we've nearly given up most of the good position.
New
I think it's
target
time to pull my
acquired.
finger out.
on the surface.
So we got there in the end. Let's see how we did. It felt like a very good game. Very exciting, hanging in the balance for at least the last half. How do we do? 650 match score, 5 killing blows, 5 kill assists, and 914 damage. Excellent game, a really good game to end on. And that's it for another build video. I really hope you enjoyed it. The mech's really good fun. Do give it a try, and I'll see you in the next video.